Mandrake the Magician and his friend, Professor Houston, are working on a radium energy machine to benefit science. The Wasp, mysterious leader of a criminal organization, has succeeded in taking Houston prisoner and stealing the radium machine, a dangerous weapon in criminal hands. Seeking a clue to the identity of the Wasp, Mandrake allowed himself to be captured. Betty Houston and Lothar, Mandrake's trusted manservant, in attempting his rescue, became involved in a desperate battle. While Betty was being hurtled to death in a falling elevator, Mandrake and Lothar were both knocked unconscious and left to certain doom in a room filled with live steel.
No! Please! Get away! Catch it!
Are you hurt?
No, Master. But Miss Betty.
What about Betty?
She's in the elevator. She came with me.
Come on. Betty. I'll take care of this fellow. You drop Betty at home and then meet me at the apartment.
Yes, sir.
What about Houston?
He hasn't talked.
I got some news from him that may loosen his tongue.
You know, you could make $10,000 by turning your back and letting me walk out that door.
Yeah? How do I know I'd get it?
My reputation is sufficient guarantee. I'm not only offering you a lot of money, but a chance to save your own neck.
Okay, I'll take a chance. Slip out through the back and get over the wall and... Oh, hello, sir. Glad you came. Houston just tried to bribe me to let him go.
So I heard.
Oh, wait a minute, Dirk. You don't understand. I was just leading him on.
See that Ward is kept happy, boys. I'm sorry if I upset your plans, Houston. But I just came to tell you that Mandrake has met with a rather unavoidable accident. So if you're counting on him to help...
An accident? What happened?
Let's skip the details. The Wasp intends to get possession of the platinite and the formula. He has struck at your friend Mandrake. The next time, it'll be nearer home. Houston was close to the breaking point when I made it clear to him that this was just the beginning. Someone's coming into Houston's laboratory.
Happened just as I had planned it. Then you walked into their trap deliberately? Yes, I thought they might take me to the place where they were holding Houston. When I saw that they were planning on torturing me, I used my knowledge of slipping out of ropes to escape. I took one of their men prisoner. I'm holding him at my apartment.
Mandrake's alive, and he's got Brown.
Well, what about your prisoner? I'm going to question him in the morning.
Do you think Brown will talk?
We'll see that he doesn't. Keep quiet and listen.
I'm having Raymond send over some special equipment. I'm going to use it in questioning my prisoner. I'd like to have both of you present. Well, why not conduct your investigation alone? Too many people already know your plans.
Why don't you speak for yourself? Mandrake, I want to come if I can be of any service.
That leaves me no alternative. You can count on me, Mandrake. Good. Then you'll both be there at 9 tomorrow morning?
Sure.
9 o'clock in the morning. Well, I'll see that Mr. Mandrake has a couple of uninvited guests.
Ah, hello, Raymond.
Hello, Mandrake.
Raymond. Hello, Raymond. How are you?
Now we can proceed with our little experiment.
Well, what's going on? You weren't very clear over the phone.
Well, I'm holding a man prisoner here who might be able to tell us where Houston is and who's holding him. Go on in, boys. I'll be right in.
Get inside, easy like. Got a window spotter?
Sure.
All right, there's the fire escape. Go to it.
Right.
You've got nothing on me. What do you want?
I want you at the table where the light is better.
You've got no right to hold me. You know that, don't you?
I want to know where Professor Houston is.
I never heard of him.
I'm sorry you're being so stubborn. You forced me to use more strenuous methods. Lothar. The trigger.
I can't.
One has to know how to use this gun. Here. Have a glass of water.
What's in that water? What's in that water?
Your conscience must be working on you. There's nothing the matter with that water.
You're lying. You're lying.
All right, you have just 2 minutes to talk. Are you ready to tell the truth?
I ain't telling anything.
I'm through fooling with you. We'll give you the works.
Stop it, I'll tell you everything.
Good. Who is the what?
I don't know. I never saw him.
Where is Professor Houston being held?
He's down at the hideout at... No!
He was struck with a poison dart from a blowpipe. The window.
There he goes. He may try to enter the building. You search the building, and I'll cover the street. I lost him.
You lost him? Why, while we were searching the building, we even lost our prisoner.
When we got back, his body disappeared.
Well, boys, you can chalk up another round for the Wasp.
You apparently need some help in getting Mandrake. I am sending you a man named Regan, a hypnotist. He is on his way there now and has full instructions.
Remember, Regan, you're going to meet Mandrake, a man that knows every angle of your game, and probably knows this Leland on sight.
Don't worry. I've worked with Leland. I doubled for him when he was sick.
Excellent. Why, you'd fool Leland's own mother.
Professor Frederick Leland, at your service.
Come in, Professor. I'll tell the master you're here. Have a seat.
Thank you.
Professor Leland, what? Tell him I'll be with him in a minute. Then come back here. Just as I thought. This man's a fraud. Professor Leland's on tour. Press the sound button and watch, but don't interfere unless I call you. Oh, if I go with him, follow us and keep us in sight. I want to learn as much of his game as I can.
I understand, Master.
Professor Leland, I've heard of you often.
Mandrake the Magician. I've long wanted to know you.
Thanks. Won't you sit down?
Thank you.
What can I do for you?
I have a proposal, one that I've long considered, that you and I combine our shows.
I've never felt the need of a partner before. Just what do you propose to do?
Let me show you what I mean. Everyone knows that you are the foremost of your profession, and that I, Leland, can hypnotize anyone. Without anything but the power of the mind, I can induce sleep and obedience.
I don't quite see how your plan could help me.
You did not understand me. What I said was sleep and obedience. Sleep. 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 Mandrake, you will open your eyes now. You will walk with me to my car. If your servant addresses you, you will ignore him, understand?
I understand.
Come. I think I can convince you that there's merit in my plan. I'll report to Dirk.
What about Mandrake? Will he be safe alone?
As safe as though he were sound asleep. The Wasp will strike at station RBS tonight. Get to headquarters fast.
I can't get Mandrake. No one seems to answer.
You don't think maybe something happened to him?
Nothing could happen.
We interrupt our program to deliver an important message for Miss Betty Houston. If she wants news of her father, she is to come at once to the control room at broadcasting station RBS.
Keep calling Mandrake. And when you get him, tell him that I'll be at station RBS.
Okay, sis.
Say, maybe Houston and Mandrake won't talk.
They will when they know that Houston's daughter's going to be at station RBS tonight. Something's on fire back here. Stop the car. Here, help me get Mandrake out and see what's burning.
Let them go. We've got to get back to town fast.
You can't come in here, miss.
But I'm Betty Houston.
No one's allowed in here during the broadcast.
I was told about my father.
I'm sorry, miss. No message was sent from this station.
Wait here, LaFar.
Something's cutting into our power.
Henchmen of the Wasp capture Mandrake in his own apartment. The Wasp orders Tommy Houston captured and thrown from a racing automobile. Mandrake is overpowered by the paid killers of the Wasp and is hurtled into a revolving mill wheel. Will he escape? Mandrake the Magician is assisting his friend, Professor Houston, in perfecting a radium machine to aid humanity. A mysterious criminal known as the Wasp has imprisoned Houston and stolen the machine to divert its power for destructive purposes in order to seize control of the communication systems of the nation.
You can't come in here, miss.
But I'm Betty Houston.
No one's allowed in here during the broadcast.
I was told about my father.
I'm sorry, miss. No message was sent from this station.
Wait here, LaFar.
Something's cutting into our power.
Betty Houston, daughter of the professor, was lured to a radio broadcasting station which the Wasp intended to destroy as the first step in his terrorization campaign. Mandrake learned of this and raced to the rescue of Betty. Just as Mandrake entered the building, the Wasp turned on the power of the radio machine and brought the walls of the radio room thundering down.
Master, where are you?
On your feet, Betty. We'll get out.
get her out from under. Wait, hold it. Hold it, girl. Hold it. There you go.
Do you still think the building was wrecked by Dad's radio machine?
Well, there's no doubt about it. The Wasp planned it all.
The Wasp? Then he knows how to operate the machine.
He probably forced the information from Professor Houston.
But I understood the machine couldn't operate without platinite.
It can't last for long. Ordinary steel won't stand the strain. Betty, your dad isn't in immediate danger. Those men need his help if they want to keep the machine in running order.
But what are we to do now?
What can we do? Who is the Wasp? Where is he? We haven't a thing to go on.
Oh, yes, we have. The man who came to me claiming to be Leland, the hypnotist. His trail will lead us to the Wasp. I wired Leland last night. I should have his reply today.
Meanwhile, is there anything I could do?
Yes, you and Andre might inquire cautiously around the radio station. See if their engineers have any theories as to the direction from which the electrical disturbances came.
See you later, Betty.
Goodbye.
I'm going to Raymond's and see if he has any data in his files on hypnotists.
I'll probably see you there later. I'm going to call for Tommy after the junior magicians meeting.
Well, that's all for today, boys. And don't forget until next week, practice. And lots of it.
Bye, Mr. Mandrake.
Hello, Ray.
Oh, hello, Mandrake.
How are you?
Those boys sure whoop it up, don't they?
Yeah.
Still, I enjoy having them here. After all, they're our future magicians.
And your future customers.
Say, is this the man you're looking for?
No. No, it's hard to spot him. He was disguised to look like Leland.
Well, I'm afraid he's not on my list of clients, then.
Well, thanks, Raymond. I'll have to inquire at various agencies where such a man might get bookings.
Do you mind if I go with you?
Oh, come on.
Swell.
Well, so long, boys. I'll see you. Oh, Betty.
Oh, are you leaving?
Yes, I have a couple of important things to attend to.
All right, I'll see you later.
Bye.
Hello. Are you ready to leave, Tommy?
Oh, hello, sis. Yeah, as soon as I pack the stuff.
Green. The Wasp just phoned. Mandrake is out checking up on Regan. Get a couple of men and go to Mandrake's apartment right away. Turn the place inside out, but get that platinite formula. Better make it fast, as Mandrake may get there any time.
This looks like Mandrake's private file. Look in here.
I'll go in and see if Leland has answered my telegram. I'll be right out.
Right. It's Mandrake.
Looking for something, boys?
Something must be wrong. He said it'd only be a minute.
Perhaps we better go up.
Let us out of here, will ya? Open up.
What happened?
I found some men searching my apartment. These two and another one. All right. What's it all about?
We don't know anything.
Who sent you here?
That other guy hired us to help him. We never saw him before.
Well, he got away.
No, that's all right. They're only hired thugs. Best thing to do is to call the police, have them pick them up. How are you?
Yes, sir.
We want 2 pounds of that black powder magicians use to make a smoke screen.
I'll have to mix it for you.
Okay, we'll wait. wonder what Dirk wants that black powder for. Something about Mandrake?
I don't know. Dirk don't talk much about his or the wasp's business. And it ain't healthy to get curious.
Oh, I guess it isn't.
They must be members of the Wasps gang.
Yeah.
I'm going to telephone Mandrake's apartment. You keep watching those men.
There you are. That'll be $3.
Hello. Oh, hello, Betty. What? Tommy's gone? Well, when? All right, dear, don't worry. I'll go out and look for him.
Say, is that Regan really a hypnotist?
Sure. And a pretty good magician, too. He's out at the Mill River Inn doing his act.
Any word about Tommy Houston?
No, Master. But this telegram came.
So the man's name is Regan. Where do I find him?
I can tell you.
Tommy, where have you been?
There were two of the Wasp men in the store. I hid in their car and I heard them say that Regan is at the Mill River Inn.
Mill River Inn. Come on, Lothar. We'll drop off Tommy at his house. Tommy, you can tell me the rest of it while we're driving.
Thanks, Mr. Mandrake.
Thank you, Tommy. So long.
Okay.
Now step on it to the Mill River Inn.
Tommy, oh, I was so worried about you.
Oh, I'm all right, sis. And I hope what I found out helped Mandrake.
What do you mean?
Well, I heard those men say that Regan is at the Mill River Inn, and Mandrake has gone there to get him.
Get to Regan at the inn, quick.
Your act goes on in about 3 minutes, Regan. You better get ready.
All right, all right.
You'll wear a mask with your costume.
Why, a mask? I never wear a mask.
Dirk's orders. Someone's have to spot you.
Okay.
Not a move, Regan.
Mandrake,
Don't try to call for anyone.
I was hired to do what I did yesterday.
Not so loud. Who hired you?
A man named Dirk.
Who's Dirk? Where are his headquarters?
Regan, make it snappy.
Tell him we'll be there in a minute.
I'm almost ready.
Yes.
Coming, Lorimer.
Tie him up, take him out to the car, and hold him there.
It's about time. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the masked wizard who will entertain you with magic and illusions.
Ladies and gentlemen, for my first trick, I will need the use of a scarf. Pardon me, you don't mind.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I will attempt the old Hindu rope trick.
Yeah, what is this all about?
We gotta get Regan out of here.
He's just finishing his act.
We want him now.
But you'll have to wait till he finishes.
What are you doing here?
That's Mandrake.
Come to the edges. Come on.
Mandrake outwits the henchmen of the Wasp and causes their car to dive into the sea. Trapped by the henchmen of the Wasp, Mandrake is forced to swing from a window ledge to escape. Mandrake is lured into a trap by the Wasp and caught in a huge explosion. Will he escape? Mandrake the Magician assisted his friend, Professor Houston, in perfecting a radium energy machine to benefit medical science. The Wasp, mysterious leader of a criminal organization, is holding Houston a prisoner and is using the machine as a destructive weapon.
What are you doing here?
That's Mandrake.
Come to the edges. Come on.
his manservant, Lothar, went to the Mill River Inn on the trail of Regan, a renegade hypnotist employed by the Wasp. Wearing a hooded costume, Mandrake substituted for Regan in an effort to gain information about the Wasp. His identity was discovered, and after a terrific battle, Mandrake was hurled into the whirling blades of a giant mill wheel, facing certain death.
Passing by and stopped in to see if Mandrake was here. I was curious to know if he found out anything about that hypnotist.
I don't know. He went out on a lead and we haven't heard from him. I'm afraid something's happened.
Here he is.
Hello, Mandrake.
Hello,
Betty,
Mandrake.
gentlemen. Well, I walked into a little trap. Someone must have known that I was coming there.
I still think that Webster knows too much about this thing. He knew you were looking for that hypnotist.
So did you, Doctor, and so did I. We can't condemn our friend Webster on that kind of evidence.
Andre, he's right. We'll have to look beyond our circle of friends to find the Wasp.
Oh, that may be so. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Tommy, it's getting late. You'd better go upstairs.
All right. Good night, sis.
Good night.
Mandrake.
Is it true that they all knew you were after the hypnotist Regan?
Yes, but no one knew that I was going to the Mill River Inn, unless you or Tommy told them.
No, Tommy and I were alone when he told me.
Where were you?
In the hall, outside of Dad's laboratory.
The Wasp had men at the inn to trap me. Let's try a little experiment.
What's that?
It's a radio detecting device.
A radio detecting device?
Yes. If there's any radio apparatus, wireless dictaphone or transmission microphone hidden around here, this needle will react to it.
I don't hear nothing.
Quiet, listen.
Betty, I don't seem to be able to find your dad. The Wasp has outwitted me at every turn. There's only one thing left for me to do, and that's try to strike a bargain with him.
A bargain?
Yes. Offer him the formula for platinite in exchange for your dad's freedom.
Well, where is the formula?
It's in my safe deposit box in the Commercial National Bank. I'll go down there tomorrow morning, get the formula, and send word to the Wasp.
Commercial National Bank, huh? Have it covered. No slip-ups. Get Mandrake when he comes from the bank and get him alive. So the Wasp won't have to bargain with him.
You know, so far, I've only been able to lay my hands on small-time crooks, men who don't even know what the Wasp looks like. This bait about the bank may bring out someone who'll give me a direct lead to the Wasp. Quick work, Lothar. The place is well guarded by thugs. Watch the time and be ready.
Faster, Lothar. Yes.
Talk fast.
My life's not worth a nickel if the Wasp learns I let myself be caught.
Who is the Wasp, and where is he?
I don't know. None of us know. We get our orders and we obey them.
Tell me what you do know, and I may be able to help you. What is the Wasp going to do with the radium machine?
I don't know for sure. I heard them say something about wrecking the interstate powerhouse on Cardigan Road.
The interstate powerhouse? When?
Right away. We ought to go there as soon as we've taken care of you.
We may be able to get there in time to stop the Wasp. Step on it.
Mandrake has escaped. Take care of the men responsible for bungling this job. Mandrake took Blair prisoner. He may talk under pressure. Guard the road to the interstate powerhouse and carry on with the plans as outlined to you.
WSP calling HJ. WSP calling HJ.
HJ answering WSP. Come in, WSP.
Mandrake is on his way to the interstate powerhouse, and the Wasp wouldn't want anyone to upset his plans.
Right. We'll keep an eye open for Mandrake. Here he comes. Get started. HJ calling WSP. Calling WSP.
I'm in, HJ.
Hello, Dirk. Mandrake got through. He's headed toward the powerhouse.
All right, men, that'll fix her. Let's clear out. Interstate Power Company.
Mandrake will be there any minute. Work fast and get out.
Okay. Mandrake's on his way up here now. One of you men go to the window and watch the road. You men keep out of sight. Let him come to me.
Here he comes.
Undercover, quick.
Who's in charge here?
I am.
Oh, cut off the power. Get everybody out of here. There's a plot to wreck this plant.
Thanks, Mandrake. We mean to get out, but you're gonna stay. Put up your hands, both of you.
Put them up, Lothar.
Mandrake is cornered by the henchmen of the Wasp and is forced to fight for his life. The Wasp rewards the insubordination of one of his henchmen by destroying him. Mandrake, attempting to rescue Houston, is shot down by a henchman of the Wasp. Will he escape?